Hi everyone, we are just a couple of days away from the launch of Settlers of Calgar, and I wanted to discuss the Atlas tree and recommend 3 great farming strategies that you should capitalize on in solo self-found. Each of these trees will include some form of map sustain, map quantity and rarity, and Kirac scat and reports. I've made them to be league start friendly, as well as focus on specific farming strategies and goals. They are also not 100% the most efficient routes you can take, and they are made for guidance, not to hold your hand. With that being said, they are exactly what I will be using for the first couple of weeks of the league, and all links to them will be in the description below. Enjoy. The first strategy will mainly focus on map sustain, leveling and early power, utilising the Unwavering Vision keystone. The goal is to rush to Unwavering Vision and then go back to grab nodes such as Shaping the Skies and Shaping the Mountains, Planner Tactician and Solidarity. This approach allows for faster acquisition of the necessary nodes, despite the fact that Unwavering Vision prevents map juice. At this stage, the priority is to complete the Atlas quickly and not juice your maps. After implementing these initial points, I advise incorporating Delve, Strongboxes and Shrines. These 3 league mechanics are conveniently situated close to each other, enabling the collection of more adjacent map nodes and providing additional power, items and monsters for increased XP gain. Strongboxes are valuable for the increase in monster packs, leading to higher XP earnings and the acquisition of useful rare gear for base types, crafting or build upgrades. With Delve, the focus is on grabbing the Packed with Energy keystone to receive 35% increased damage, 15% increased movement speed, and 1% increase to all maximum elemental resistances every time the Delve mechanic is clicked in a map. Considering this stacks up to 3 times, it provides a significant power boost for faster and easier map clearing. Finally, shrines are included for the free power and extra packs of monsters, just like strongboxes, resulting in more XP per map and enhancing the ability to clear maps quickly. That concludes the first strategy and is what I recommend doing until you have completed most, if not all, the maps in the Atlas. When it comes to Voidstones, you're probably going to want to specialise in the Searing Exarch, Eater of Worlds and Guardian maps. However, that's another discussion and I won't be covering an Atlas tree for that in this video. The second strategy is based on Expedition and Essences, primarily for 2 reasons: currency and crafting. Expeditions will give you access to 4 extremely useful NPCs, and Essences are powerful tools for crafting strong early game items. This strategy also includes the Delve keystone Packed with Energy because it is incredibly powerful. Essence monsters are known to sometimes be incredibly difficult if they have the right modifiers, and expeditions release many monsters that could potentially have challenging modifiers. Therefore, timing your Delve power-ups with these mechanics is crucial for your overall success. I used any remaining points for extra map quantity, rarity and sustainability, as well as Kirac for scouter reports. In the Atlas tree, I focus on obtaining 90% increased chance for the expedition to be led by Rog, so that you can make the most out of early game crafting. Additionally, I focus on Danning so that you can exchange any other artifact for Rog artifacts. If you already have good gear, you can instead specialise in Tujen to obtain more of his artifacts, which can be used for his offerings such as raw or bubblegum currency, maps, jewels, fossils and more. I choose not to go for the extreme archaeology node because it is more dangerous. You can't pick and choose which modifiers the monsters are going to have, and therefore you need a stronger build to deal with it. At the start of the league you may not have that, so instead I advise going for the other nodes such as Distinguished Demolitionist and Ancient Writings. You also want Buried Knowledge for the logbook sustain, as logbooks are a source of even more artifacts and more powerful items since you will be facing expedition bosses. As for essences, it is the only league mechanic in the game that doesn't scale with map tier. This means you'll get a similar reward whether you do essence in tier 16 or tier 1 maps, which makes it so good for the early game as you can obtain really powerful essences to craft gear with. You definitely want to obtain prolific essence so that your maps contain an additional imprisoned monster. Crystal Lattice for a higher chance of 3 additional essences, and amplified energies so that you are guaranteed 1 essence at the highest possible tier. I don't take Crystal Resonance as it makes the map boss harder and potentially even unkillable if you get unlucky. However, if you have a strong enough build at this stage, you can pick it up. Similarly to Extreme Archaeology. That concludes the second strategy and what I recommend doing if you're in the stage of trying to craft much better gear so that you can start tackling the end game, and if you are looking to collect loads of raw and bubblegum currency to aid you with crafting and other things. The third and final league strategy is less league starter friendly compared to the other two. It is more suitable for intermediate players with established builds. This strategy is based on Ritual and Delirium. Ritual is a good way to obtain your first few 6-link items as well as synthesized bases, uniques, divination cards, oils, jewels and more. Delirium is effective for adding more monsters to your maps and for gathering cluster jewels and specific unique jewels which can significantly boost your build's damage output. Both Ritual and Delirium can be challenging due to the high number of monsters they spawn, therefore this strategy is recommended for players with a decently established build and is best used after the first few days of the league when you're ready to optimize your build and search for items like cluster jewels. In terms of the Atlas tree, I focus less on Kirac and Mup Sustain compared to the previous trees, but I still include the free power from Delve, which can be very useful for this strategy. With this Atlas setup, you'll have a nearly 100% chance of encountering Ritual and Delirium within your maps. The Delirium nodes make the encounters more challenging, as the further you are from the mirror, the faster everything gets and the fog lasts longer. They also increase the chances of finding cluster jewels and unique jewels, as well as encountering Delirium bosses. Additionally, you'll receive Simulacrum Splinters and Delirium Orbs that you can use later for unique rewards. Delirium also drops a variety of random items including rare and unique gear, maps, divination cards, oils and more. The Ritual nodes make it cheaper to use Tribute, allowing you to reroll the pages more and guarantee you to encounter 4 Ritual altars, maximizing your Tribute. They also make the rituals go faster, minimizing your time spent doing them. Ritual is an excellent way to find your first few 6 links and valuable rare and unique items. This concludes the third strategy. It should only be considered once you have a decently established build that can handle its difficulty a few days into the league and when you are ready to start optimizing your build. These are my 3 Atlas strategies that I will be using from the start of the league until a couple of weeks in. I hope I did a good enough job explaining them, but feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. All the links to them will be included in the description as well. Thank you for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you washed ashore the beach of Rayclast on the 26th of July. Stay exiled.